All right, questions for Coach Stevens? Start with Bob Schron.
Afternoon, Coach. Merry Christmas.
Hi, Bob. Merry
Okay.
Christmas.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And to all my colleagues, and thank you, Brandon, the same to you. Coach, obviously they've got the heavy hitters, Kyrie and KD, but can you talk about their depth and what a challenge that is to you guys? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think, they've got a couple of guys that aren't in their rotation that were starters last year in the league, and tells you really all you need to know. Their two lineups and the way that they play and the way that they complement each other. 48 minutes of really good play at the center spot, surrounded by versatile and skilled players all around the court to complement their best players. And so it's a really good team. As I said last week, all it took was a couple minutes watching them to know they were special, right? I mean, we all can see that. So, everybody that plays them is going to have their hands full, us included today.
Mark Murphy.
Merry Christmas, Brad.
Merry Christmas, Mark.
I know Casey Jones wasn't part of the scene around here in recent years, but what have you heard of him? And, his generation of Celtics is starting to pass on. Just how does that hit you?
Yeah, I mean, I got a call today on my way in, and I don't think I ever met him. Certainly didn't spend time with him. But I had to stop for a minute because, I just think the way that he was revered by the players he played with, by the people he worked with, by the players that played for him, he was special. And, we've had this too much recently with some of our, greatest winners and greatest people that have been a part of this organization. And it's, on a day that I think people always value their time with family and friends. And that's been, obviously hampered by the year that we've all had. That's a real tough blow. So our condolences are with his family. From my standpoint, again, you're talking about a 12-time champion in the NBA, won a couple at San Francisco. Like, the basketball is the basketball, but his legacy and the character of person, has been something that I've heard constantly about since I've been here.
Jared Weiss.
More on that. I mean, he was the coach of one of the iconic teams and franchise in the sports history, the '86 team. How much have you heard about, I guess, what they were able to achieve as far as putting together such a renowned offense and a team that had such great balance and accountability and chemistry across the board?
I hear about it occasionally. I work with a guy who reminds us about those days. So we hear about it occasionally, as you can imagine. But more to the important stuff. I mean, Danny just left my office telling me Casey Jones stories. So, today's his day to remember all the impact he had, and Danny surely had a heck of an impact on Danny.
All right, we're going to wrap it up right there. Thanks,
Thank
Coach.
you.